you paused. Oh, there we go. We are live. Hi, it's Ronnie from the Jewel Writers Archive. How is everyone doing today? I know crazy times makes for binge watching. So I want to talk to us about something that has been coming up within the community recently about Jewel Writers. And so that's what I wanted to just kind of talk to everyone about. So a couple of you may have already seen a couple of posts out there, some fans that were talking about the fact that the Jewel Writers is available for streaming on Amazon, and yes it is. So I want to talk a little bit about it and to kind of give some people a little bit of insight into it and maybe answer a few of your questions. Obviously, if you are tuning in right now, I know this was an impromptu live, so if you do have questions, you can obviously ask that, but want to go over a few things. So to start off with, after the syndication of Princess Gwen and the Jewel Writers in 95 and 96, and then when it went sporadically on and off onto air, whether it was 3 in the morning or the very first, not syndication, in the very first broadcast of the day on a regular network, that was usually on Fox or the WB, and then from there, we didn't really see anything about it until around 2005 was when a exclusive Walmart release of the DVD was sent out, and then that one also was told, oh, we're going to continue this series. These are the first 5 episodes. We're going to continue from there. We're going to release more, and they never did. And the DVD was only available at Walmart, and you could only find it at certain ones, and it was only in the children's section. No wonder no one found it. It's the same thing like when the show was actually on air. It's like there's no wonder that no one knew about it because it was so sporadic. Like it just constantly kept changing. So after that, the DVD release in the early 2000s, then we didn't really see anything again about Starla or Guinevere until there were some DVDs that were released in France. And those ones were under the French title, Princesse Starla et Joie Magie. You'll have to pardon my French, I don't actually speak it fluently. And those were released on DVD. And so that's actually where we got some of our source video from for the archive when we were restoring the episodes. And then from there, we had a very rare release of the series on Netflix. This was in the early 2010s, so I want to say maybe like 2013, 14, sometime around then. I'm 100%, but it was available on Netflix. And it was like the DVD, I think it might have said Princess Guinevere, but it was really Starla. Maybe it just said Starla. But either way, so the DVD, when it was originally released in 2005, it said Princess Guinevere on it, but when it was actually, when you watched the episodes, it was Starla. So, didn't have Princess Guinevere. And then, when it was released on Netflix, again, it was the Starla episodes, again. And then, when we launched the archive and we started to release the episodes, for us, it seemed like it was the very first time that the Princess Guinevere versions had been available. There was a very prominent YouTuber out there that had the episodes on there, and thousands of views have been given to that YouTuber, but they did split up each of the episodes into 2 parts. I think that's back when you couldn't have uploads that are longer than 15 minutes per account. I don't know, that could be wrong, but that's my thought. So the point is that, again, those were all the Starla episodes. So the archive was one of the earliest places to be able to find the Princess Guinevere episodes, and then we were actually able to release the entire series as Princess Guinevere and Starla and French Starla as well. So we have the benefit of having all 3 versions available on our YouTube. So I want to give you a heads up if you didn't already know that, those are available. But the other thing that I want to talk about was this thing. So we got some reports coming in saying, you know what, guess what? Starla and Guinevere is available on Amazon. So of course we had to look into this because for a little while, and I think it still might be hosted there, there's a website called Watch It Kid, but I'm not dissing that website, but not all the episodes were complete and they didn't have all the episodes available. And so we'll see what happens with that. But I thought that might be the same people that are releasing this. However, they were releasing the Guinevere episodes, and these ones are Starla. So what is available on Amazon right now for download? You have season 1. So they've said that it is $19.95. Season 1, buy 1 episode for 99 cents, or buy the whole season for $9.99. And it does list off, we have some of the artwork similar to what's on the Watch It kit as well. And we have all the episodes on here from the Jewel Quest, Travel Trees, Song of the Rainbow, Fairy Princess, Home Sweet Heartstone, Full Circle. All of the 13 episodes are available for purchase. Again, these are 99 cents each, or you can buy the whole series for $9. I'm sorry, the whole season for $9.99. Then there's also the second season. So this one's also available, all 13 episodes. Again, these ones are available 99 cents each, or you can buy the whole season for $9.99. So, why am I talking about this? Because one, I wanted to let everyone know that it's available for purchase, so if you did want to purchase it, you can. By purchasing it, it shows whoever the copyright holder is right now that there is a fandom out there, that they're still interested in this series, and that we still love it. And especially coming up on the 25th anniversary, we need to make sure that we're showing support for our beloved Jewel writers. Now, you can watch the whole series on YouTube as well, and it's under the Jewel Writers Archive at our YouTube. All links are in our channels, and you can find all of the episodes, all 26 episodes for each of the different series, no matter how you knew Jewel Writers, they are available. So again, that's on YouTube. I think that we also even have them on Daily Motion as well. So those are still there too if you want to look up Daily Motion. But you can purchase them on Amazon. So one thing though that I haven't seen these ones, so I don't know, but the Watch It Kid, what they had done was they had stretched the full screen image to a widescreen. So they didn't actually restore it by any means. It was just stretched. So I don't know what these look like. If you know, let me know. And the point is that I also wanted to just ask out there if people are interested in a widescreen, whether that is a distorted version or a cropped version. Recently on Disney Plus, Disney had cropped The Little Mermaid, the animated series. So if you're a fan of Little Mermaid, if you had watched it, what you may have noticed is that originally it was presented in a full screen format when it was released, I think on CBS, and then they cropped it. So they basically took the full screen image and cropped it to the size of widescreen. Whereas with Jewel Writers, they had stretched it to distort it. So hopefully that answers some of the questions. So again, we have all the episodes, but if you want to support, you can purchase it on Amazon. And then the other thing is, when you're talking about Jewel Writers, any of your friends, anyone out there, it's kind of becoming a pet peeve of mine now, is that people are all the time saying, oh, no one remembers this series, no one does anything, no one. This is the 5th anniversary of the Jewel Writers Archive. We've been doing this for 5 magical years this year, and we're celebrating 25 years of Princess Guinevere. So again, if you love Jewel Writers, make sure that you are retweeting, reposting, resharing, tagging, whatever it might be, sharing our stories on your own social media so that all your friends who might be out there who were like, oh, I remember that Magical Girl series, they can actually look back and they'd be like, oh my gosh, like there's this website completely dedicated to this. So you type in Jewel Writers into your neighbor, your friendly Google search engine, and it comes up Wikipedia. Obviously, Wikipedias are usually first. Wikipedia, Wikia, the Starla fandom, and then you got the Jewel Writers Archive. Like, Wikipedia, and usually comes up as one of the top searches whenever you're searching for anything. So the fact that the Jewel Writers Archive is like the 4th search on there is really cool, and such a dedication to the hard work that we have done to everyone that has been part of it all this whole time, basically of the 5 years that we've done. So just a heads up on that. So yes, again, please reshare, tag, talk about Jewel Writers, share our things, because again, 5 years that Chris and I have been working on this, we love every moment of it, but we also want to make sure that we're reaching as many people as we possibly can. So again, as a fan of the show, if you could possibly help us out by also talking about it once in a while, that would be fantastic. We would love it. Chris and I were actually just talking about this, and the fact that, you know, not a lot of websites out there still exist like the Jewel Writers. In that a lot of people have moved to Wikias or, you know, sources like that, where it's almost like a social media housing or hosting of the information, whereas traditional websites really, at least in the fandom, don't exist as much anymore. So obviously we do have our sister site Avalon Archive, and that is another fantastic website that you can go and visit. There was the original website that we were inspired by, Stormy's Avalon, which you can still find out in our links on the Jorah's Archive if you want to take a trip back to 1998 and 99 and 2000 and see what the fandom was doing back then. But again, it took support from the fandom to be able to keep those places alive and running. So hopefully that has answered some of your questions regarding the release of Starla and the Jewel Riders on Amazon. And we were talking about a couple of other streaming services and anything else that maybe comes to mind. And again, if you have an interest in that widescreen format or something like that, let us know. Direct message me. I would love to hear about your feedback. I would love to know, because who knows? I mean, maybe we can do something for the 25th anniversary if that's the format that people seem to want to see. So thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. And as always, friends together, friends forever. Bye, everyone. Have a great day now.